Awam, call halal Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malchaama from the branch of the Great Millstone here in America. In America, in Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. And I want to talk about this agent provocateur, Grandmaster Jay, who's all of a sudden become an advocate for the 12 tribes of Israel. So it went from black, he blackety black, he black y'all, all right, to the Israelites. Well, the Israelites do not advocate violence, nor are the men of the Great Millstone or the men who teach the likewise doctrine associated with any gun-toting militias. This is all propaganda. He is being used as a Judas Goat to lead people to the slaughter and also to set up the men of the Lord. All right. He has no works. None whatsoever. He was a DJ. All right. Probably really was in the military because he speaks military tactics and things of that nature a little too well not to have served. All right. Because I've watched a couple other videos. All right. But he has no works whatsoever. No videos edifying, talking about our history, and being an Israelite, he would have his full beard and he would not put a razor to his head with that complete bald head. All right, so you can't speak about the Israelites and then not live the lifestyle, have the works to guide the people. So this man is not a man of the Lord whatsoever. This man is being used by the so-called white man to come after people like myself, my elders, and other brothers around the four corners of the earth that are preaching this doctrine. All right, because the blackety black, I'm black, y'all, they never acknowledged the northern kingdom. Now all of a sudden this guy just out of nowhere with no works, just acknowledging the northern kingdom, talking about all 12 of them. This is but let me find, what am I looking for? I'm looking for James Salakia. And this is James 2:18, and it reads, "Yeah, a man say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works." So our faith is by our works, man. Going out on the highways and byways, risking our lives and freedom to do so. All right, men who have hazarded their lives. Apostle Har for 30 plus years, Apostle Gabar for damn near 30 years himself, Apostle Ramlab, Apostle Rakar, and some of the other top elders, they've been doing this thing for double decades, Elder Sakaran, Elder Ainap, Elder Taza Dakba, Elder Taza Dakba, Tazawan, Elder Manatazak, these great and mighty men who've risked their lives and freedom for many, many years, man. So, suffering through the elements, the heat, the cold, the wet, to push this doctrine. All right? This guy has no works like that. None whatsoever. He appeared out of nowhere. All right? Why? Because he's an agent provocateur. So without any further ado, let's take this back. This was posted by 50 Cent. Just did the video on how these celebrity Israelites are waking up, and but yet they're not teaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Navashai, or they're not adhering to the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Navashai. Just because you're an Israelite. Lots of people know that they're Israelites. Remember, 2/3 of Israel is going to die violently. Thus saith the Bible.
It is only appropriate that after 400 years, as prophesied, tribes of Israel, all 12 of them, You enslaved us. You degraded us. Raped our women and our men. Stole our history. Stole our religion.
Nobody's been talking about that. You know, not like us. I will give a little bit of credit to Farrakhan. Just, you know, he's talked about an atrocities, but he's also been all over the board. All right, because he first, I sat right in front of him many years ago and heard him say it with my own ears that we were, you know, that the Negroes were the Jews of the Bible. But then about 3 or 4 years after that, he started saying that the Negroes were Esau and the white man was Jacob. All right. Then he got attacked so hard by the Israelite community. Then he recanted it and turned around and said that no, after all, we are Jacob. So you can't get the truth from guys like that. You're only going to get the truth from the men that go on the highways and byways, that have the video record, proof of their works that have done it, and calling on the proper name, not Yahweh, not Yeshua, not Ahia, but Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai.
And now you're trying to steal our lives. But you want us to believe they matter. You can kiss my ass right in the crack.
Mine too.
Me too.
So it's only appropriate, y'all, that we go to the source. For all y'all out here who don't know.
And if he was a true man of the Lord, they would have no women out there with them. The Israelites would never even, I mean, you know, you had the videos of ISUPK filming themselves at the, you know, the pull-up boys filming themselves at the range and all that sort of thing. All that footage is going to be used in a false case against the true men of the Lord. All right? And the true men of the Lord would not bring women to the demonstration. There's no room for women to keep silence in the church. All right? You hear her mouth almost as loud as his. She's probably the one recording and standing next to the person recording. But here, this is 1 Timothy 3:11. And it said, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp the authority over the man, but to be in silence. So when the church means to call out, all right, you know, when the men come together, the woman's not to speak. That's the Israelite way, and that's not the way he follows. So this man is not down for the Israelites. This man is an agent for Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And he's a Judas goat that is going to lead many people to the slaughter.
It's the birthplace.
You know, in case you don't understand what a Judas goat is, a Judas goat is the one that leads the flock to the slaughter, and then the Judas goat kind of steps by and let them all go to the slaughter while he gets away.
The Clue, Klux, Klan. This is where they were born after.
And that's the trick. He's talking about some real things. He's speaking about things that we speak about, but we speak about waiting on the Lord to act. When the Lord comes back and does what he's going to do and puts the Israelites in power to deal with their enemies on a physical level. But right now, the weapons of our warfare are spiritual, not carnal. We're not carnal men. We're not going to camp toting firearms and AR-15s, AK-47s. That's not what we do. Our weapon is the Bible. And the proof of it is that they have to do stuff like this because they cannot deal with this Bible. They can't deal with the words that are in this Bible. The words that are in this Bible crush and destroy the false religion of Christianity, which is the weapon that they use to subject the majority of the world, especially the children of the Lord.
Sure. Just for years. Everything you've been seeing, the police, discrimination in housing, a fucked up education, fucked up banking system, fucked up politics, are all tied to the KKK.
Which is true.
You don't believe that, you don't know shit about this country. So what we gonna do is we gonna pay a visit to their home. Because we ain't talking to the police no more. They just work for the KKK. We ain't talking to the government no more because they are the KKK.
That's right.
We ain't talking to the banks no more because they are the KKK. We ain't talking to most white people because y'all are the KKK.
None of them.
Don't tell me that you ain't never been a slave on a motherfucker. I ain't never been a slave.
That's right.
But you riding around in my car.
That's right.
Won't even let me ride in the motherfucker right.
Hallelujah.
So I'm not talking to them no more. I want the heart of the Ku Klux Klan to hear me no matter where the fuck you are. I'm in your house.
That's right.
Where you at? You made a threat. We don't threaten. We don't scare. Because we don't care.
And we don't fuck around.
You threaten us, we gonna threaten you.
That's right.
You said you gonna start shooting white people at 8 o'clock, we gonna start shooting, black people at 8 o'clock, we gonna start shooting white people at 8:05.
See, so he's advocating this is not the Israelite way. This man is not a part of the Israelites at all. This man is an agent for who knows, FBI, CIA, whatever Edomite organization that has hired this man, this COINTELPRO Judas Goat, controlled opposition. That is exactly what you're witnessing. All right, and someone like 50 Cent, he has no idea why, because he's been too good enjoying, enjoying the life that was granted him by his enemy. All right, too good enjoying the fruits of Hollywood. You know, and just like I spoke on the last video about Common, I'm actually, on the flip side, I'm a fan of 50, man. I'm a man Curtis, just because of his raw talent, man. The rap game, the movies, and he turned out to be a really good actor, man. And then I watched that Power series, man. That was a good, it had some wickedness in it, but nevertheless, when you're looking at it simply from an entertainment value, the man wrote a brilliant story. All right, you can't deny his genius and his talent. But when it comes to spiritual things, he lacks luster. He doesn't know anything. What he should have been watching are the men of the Great Millstone. The men of valor, DTA. I would even go as far as to saying watching the Box Man, because he would at least learn the proper way. You're not gonna have people seeing people come to camp toting firearms and that whole sort of thing. Because anyone that's doing that, that's going to be damage to the body. And see, we're a body. We're not individuals, man. We're the body of Yahweh Shai, man. Regardless what camp you're in. If you're teaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, then you're a part of the body of the Lord, man. So if you're doing something that's going to hurt the body, man, the Lord going to get rid of you. All right, this is Psalms 50 and 19. The point is in verse 20. But it reads, Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. And so he's been a mouthpiece for the wicked, for Esau, Edom. Because this is slander to the Israelites. And and they've done this in the past. What they don't talk about, when the Edomites came in and drove the Israelites, and the majority of them fled into Africa, when they destroyed Jerusalem, the ones that died at Masada, and you had those that fled into Europe, all right, and the evidence is beyond, evident for that. There's a mountain of evidence to prove that, that the Negroes, so-called Negroes, Israelites, were ruling Europe for a 1,000-year period. All the statues and the relics are there to prove that point for anyone who wants to argue it. All right, and then the rest of them fled into West Africa. When that event happened in 70 A.D., the man that led the charge, even though the Flavian dynasty got credit for the whole thing, it was a so-called black man. It was an Israelite that did it. He came in and attacked and destroyed his own people, man. Tiberius Alexander. All right. So that army was led by a so-called Negro against his own people. The same thing this guy right here is doing, man. Same damn thing.
Threat, counter threat. Because threats don't mean shit to us. Y'all been threatening us since Birmingham. I ain't seen shit. What is July the 4th? And all you scary ass Negroes that pass that shit around.
And he's prophesying with his head covered. He's got a bald face, no beard, and his head covered, man. He's wearing a boonie hat. All right. That's something that Force Recon and different soldiers would wear, both in the Army and the Marine Corps, when they're in the bush, when they're out in the jungle. He's wearing a boonie hat, man. But an Israelite would never prophesy with his head covered, man. When you see a man that has on a mitri, or what you call a headband over his head, the very top of his head is exposed. You know, when you see a head wrap on his head, the top of his head, the crown of his head, like when a baby is coming out of the womb, that's the crown. You're crowning. The woman is crowning. All right, it's exposed. You know, that whole covering of the head, that's a Greekish thing, man, that the Edomites do. You see the imposter Jewish people cover up the crown of their head when the Lord orders you to leave the crown of your head exposed. All right, that's a law in the Bible, man. So this guy's breaking all the laws of the Israelites while preaching about the Israelites and preaching violence. All right, because it's not time. Even though the Israelites are the Lord's battle axe, but that's not until the Lord comes and establishes that, and not because Jam Master Jay went out and got his concealed carry and his open carry license and bought a bunch of AR-15s and 9mm.
Look at what the fuck you did. You made blacks come out. I don't see no white militia. So to the boogie boys, the 3%ers, and all the rest of you scared ass rednecks, we here. Where the fuck you at?
And that's one thing I can say, that when you oppose Esau with equal force, he don't want no part of you. Esau only wants to get down when he has you severely outnumbered, outgunned, and he has an extreme advantage. Outside of that, he don't want to face off with you. So, you know, in that essence, he's right. Esau is a coward, man. All right, he only wants to fight you when you're at a complete disadvantage. That portion is true. And he's playing off to the anger and the emotions of all the things that are happening. But once again, we have to wait on our Lord, man. All right? This man has nothing to do with with the men of the Lord, with GMS, or any of the other Israelites that are on the highways and byways. This is Revelation 12:10. And it reads, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come the salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power." So the kingdom is when we rule, man. That's when we're going to be able to act physically against Esau, Edom, not before. All right? "And the power of Hamashiach, for the accuser of our brethren," all right, which is Esau, Edom, "is cast down, which accuse them before our power day and night." All right? And that's what they do. They accuse us day and night, man. The imposter Jewish, you know, they push all these unlawful things in society through their media, and then they go and pray and say, "Look, Father, look what your people are doing. Let us be the people." Because what they want to do is take the place. They want back a birthright that was never really for them. The birthright was always for the second son, which was Jacob, not the first son, which was Esau, who is the forefather of the so-called white man. It was never meant for them. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wa Abba Babal, Shalom.